Last I saw, he was in the mess, as always.
Welcome back, Sid.
Sid!
Staying long this time?
All operations are suspended until further notice.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons. I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well, then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here? Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was, adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Ah, my favorite pupil. What is it that you wish to learn? Thus ends today's lesson. And how may I assist you today? I admit... a far more... I do wish our lawsman would consider acquiring...
Does that one have blood on it?
And what can I do for you? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. Finished, are you?
What do you need? What do you want? That it? Fine.
This plank will have to be replaced.
Half the crates were lost to bandits.
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Now that is a welcome home.
I believe this belongs...
Already? Would that I could... That said, I have, but without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion.
Please, don't apologize.
I fear it is mayhap...
I'll see what I can...
You are too kind. They're on...
Not too tired to go filching. Always got a pocket.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as...
The twins seem well.
Aye. The loss of their parent Titan took much from us that night. And the wounds that remain.
Which is why we must...
That we must.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good,
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like.
The scalpel did... before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left...
Otto stole it.
And then you get...
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
I don't know. Perhaps I should just have Blackthorn make me a new one.
Clive. So, what'll it be? Should last you a good while. Anything else?
into the toll.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kuka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
so the North is lost.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well. What would make Martha leave the rest? What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said this, I don't know how big this is, but...
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Give those horses to...
Nice try.
Get him! All yours, Toro! Go, Toro!
Look. Up ahead. Martha. Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened?
The Black Shields.
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were poor so...
Then, Martha.
I think so.
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
This one! Over here! Farewell! Get him! This one. Get him.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
Colluding with the enemy. And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long. Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields. Rosa. Telma.
Sid! In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot with the bearers.
No, they didn't. They knew the fate that...
Martha said they rose from there.
I've gathered the bearers...
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Riddick's jump. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself.
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here.
has spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. Nice try. Over here! Over here! Over here! Forgive me.
Try not to move. You'll only make it worse.
Oi, look sharp! Hey?
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
And they call themselves our country.
Thank you, Founder.
I failed.
They've killed my bearer. I demand...
What are you after? Take care out there, eh?
Oi, look sharp!
Thank you, Founder.
Hustle them.
Well done, Tom.
You didn't see that coming. That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Thank you, Founder.
No one survived.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't mean I won't. Cole said you can't, but it should have been me.
How?
But I did. The rumors started. I assumed it was all just nothing but a ghost story meant.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. Which begs the question, why my mother obviously has a hand in this.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head. If those Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Best off staying where we are.
Try not to move. You'll only make it worse.
Oi! Of course you are. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not?
Chocobos.
You heard me right, and not just white heart.
Chocobo.
It's true. Oh, go on.
All right.
There's a good...
Where can I...
I saw him cut a... You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? And don't worry.
I'm sure.
And good luck.
That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was... Speaking of brave, but... Looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight. They're in trouble.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
This one. Get him. This one.
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, are you sorted the bastards then? I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are. Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old White Hart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, White Hart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you. Let's go. Where's Gav?
I hear there's trouble.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Think it's all right to touch him?
Back, are ya? What do you want? And?
Finish with that log so we can...
Damn blighted bilge. Aside from
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way. That slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young... Assuming we had any pitch, which we don't out there.
Of course, Obola. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, to make pitch... Now, I'm not so unkind as... And it just so...
Sounds easy.
Did you come through the forge today? How much water can a flower drink?
Won't be long now, Martel. See,
Is everything all right?
oh, yeah.
It's good to know.
Martel's... I took it, and not only...
Impressive.
I thought this... You...
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot. Here you go. Martel apples. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
It's not the ether. And you say Sid built this place?
Well, one can't really build what's been lying around for several days.
So Mather's all right.
You two look like you could use something.
Martel.
Weren't she the girl?
Of course she was.
I am brave.
Please, Hop. She'd have been
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, this old Sid was the only one. He didn't have them right from the branch, made Martel.
That sounds like...
Planning on keeping that lot. Hang on. I'm glad to see someone reckon should be happy. Clive, tell the lad down in the back.
Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks. You can leave the box.
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Here for another of my lectures.
Allow me to educate you. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Them old apples right off.
What's the matter? The hunt bull. It's whether just because... Right. The people of Valisthea are the last thing...
And you say Sid built this place?
Well, one can't really build what's been lying around for several thousand years. But it was his idea we claim it for our own.
Curse break. They were clearly...
They remember, I suppose. She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit when she died.
And through you.
Oh.
By the way...
Of course. They like...
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Wreath?
Come on. Easier than felling a forest, I said. The trees don't have teeth.
Good work.
I can't imagine Obelus needing any more than this. Time to head home. Good girl. You deserve a rest.
Get him! Sick him! Throw to him! Sick him!
Ambrosia. Come on. Run like the wind.
Mockery of justice is what it is.
Quiet!
Jill.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Welcome, stranger. Are you well?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison. The Empire wants...
Don't they, Chuck?
Keep your ears open. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions? 100? We're going hunting for outlaws. You seen him?
I'm sorry.
The at least I think there was.
Was this the first?
What do you think?
If only we were.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend.
I know that.
We couldn't help.
Don't you go... I speak for the people of this village. You are to leave...
May I at least...
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a heart, some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the viceroy, this village...
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them...
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, we still don't know.
Well, but other than Martha... a new ally would... Perhaps the next... Let's go.
Fly, Ambrosia.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Straight home now. Ever since the auditory, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waiting? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Get him!
Come on.
Faster!
Time to fight.
Safe.
Vogel, kill!
This one.
Stay down!
More of my mother's men.
Ready, go?
Yeah! Over here! Attack! Vogel, kill! Sick! This one! Get him!
enough of you, are there?
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield Rosaria.
Get him!
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. They await you in...
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Find something, boy.
Hunter.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
This is no time to ride. We're approaching Bewick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith. Come on. That'll do, girl. They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Someone's brave.
Be safe.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Mogul, kill! Go for attack! Go for attack! Go for
pretty girl.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Have mercy.
Viceland's dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
More than enough room to sit.
Fuck off.
Hang the chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your
Stop
sties.
Cut you down where you stand.
Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for. This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out. Or not.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
We'll show them that
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
Allow me to tend to your needs, my lord. It has been an honor.
Tell us then, so what?
Nothing fancy. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, this will allow us, while the Black Shields have an advantage in...
How small exactly?
Small enough.
But until...
So wait.
Very good.
As you come...
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will...
There is but one putting an end.
And so we...
Blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Look at me sideways. How was the black?
Come along now. We'll find another bridge.
The bastards are looking.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a mess...
Ha! That a pair of filthy vagabonds could guard... Die! For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
Get him!
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Over here!
Stand firm.
Get him!
All yours, Tor!
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
This one!
Sir Wade!
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You ain't finished yet. This one. Needed Over here!
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every... Perhaps this will...
Perhaps she'll move swiftly to...
And then it... I often wonder if her fields rot, her people starve. We battle, yet be that as it may. And her loyals...
So wait, I...
Think we should form a sound strategy.
And how long has my uncle been funding?
Since the beginning. And had I known of this tunnel back then...
I suppose a formal request for...
And appearances. Were the Vice-Regency to... where he would be... And so, though it sickens him to the soul, it is why he remains ever vigilant.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am
I might have something... It's the mark of the Guardians.
I shall wear it with...
Be sure that you... If only so...
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever...
I know.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others. Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Finish with that log, so...
Well?
Find his...
Ugh.
I'll go.
Yeah.
I didn't take you for a...
Oh, this? I borrowed... Oh, where's this from? Spit roast?
If...
But you're...
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. So...
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the Gormans of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's the only... A beat...
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. One of the butchers...
Back again, Lord. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island. And with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drastanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's Breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
Oh, Claire.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean...
Oh, no. I still can... Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. You earned this. All yours. All done?
How are you doing? Quick look.
Seen enough?
There are new billets being coated.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. And if I'm honest, he ain't been... Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to put something... It's like he's... But I'm thinking...
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, He'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first. Wait a bit.
I could have sworn we had a few.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady.
First August, and now you. What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on. I thought.
I told you.
Clive just want to talk to him. Please, man.
Well,
Why didn't.
Karen and I have an arrangement. Anyway, I should have there. You got what you.
All right. I always thought of old Blackthorn as... Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First... Karen, Blackthorn meant...
And he ain't...
It's all right. Didn't think Blackthorn, but it was nicely put together. Axel,
You don't know where...
like I said, you don't trust...
I see.
He did tell the pan.
Here. Now, where the...
Thank you, Karen.
At least...
So, it sounds like going...
I'll leave the hut while you get on.
Good idea. Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we?
Oh. Unwanted.
You're used to chuckman, and even if they
Do the...
no dear.
Thank you.
Stay sharp.
After what the Empire did to...
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Fly, Ambrosia.
We're not alone.
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
Give me thunder!
This one.
All yours, Torgal.
This one. I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Or any worse, at least.
Iris.
Did you...
I did.
Smirking face.
Let's see.
You wouldn't.
I present Chance's Stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm, not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss. Odin's teeth. What an assault on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet...
Smiling face with tear.
You're...
I'm a share. A single man...
I'm...
That was certainly not what I expected. I wonder what other surprises await.
3 rolling on the floor laughing. Face with tears of joy.
Typical nobles.
Iris. 3 rolling on the floor laughing. Face with tears of joy.
Monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Gaga.
What do you need? So, what'll it be? Anything else?
Be over.
Face blue smiling, face blue smiling.
I think so.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
Drake's breath.
Grinning face.
Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them.
88.
This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
All right. Let's go. I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once.